Wish TV is proud to honor teachers in Central Indiana
She is an inspiration to all of us.
He's always smiling.
who go above and beyond,
He's done so many things for so many people.
He's inspirational.
making a difference,
He's always taught me to believe in myself and never get down on myself.
Everybody's biggest cheerleader.
and deserving of recognition for their outstanding efforts in
I
education.
love the people that I work with, and to know that I've made an impact on somebody's life, it is truly a great honor.
It's an honor. I love what I do, and the kids are the ones who make it work. I'm like just so taken aback because I love them so much. The fact that, they love me just as much just means a lot. Sorry, you're going to have to cut that part out.
And you are our winner.
Oh, thank you so much.
From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Golden Apple Awards podcast.
Hey everyone, Hannah Mordeau here. May's winner is Mr. David Edison. He's a 6th grade science teacher in Wayne Township. If you listened to our last podcast, you know Mr. Edison gets kids excited for STEM with some throwback dance moves. The Golden Apple Award comes with a trophy, a school supply shopping spree to teachers' treasures, and a surprise visit from our News 8 team. The surprise went really fast, so I brought Mr. Edison back here on the podcast. Hey, Mr. David Edison, welcome to the podcast. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
The surprise video aired last week. What did you think? What's been the reaction?
I have been overwhelmed with people reaching out who saw it, or maybe they just saw a picture. It's been, no other word other than overwhelming. And the video was awesome. It was really cool to see everybody and all of the students having a good time during the video. Like, they weren't just putting that on. They were genuinely having a great time.
You could tell they kept bringing out students for the interviews. I was kind of like, oh, I think we have enough. But there were so many kids ready and wanting to talk about you because they really do love you. I feel bad because it aired after school ended. So you probably didn't get reaction from any of them on what they thought about the end-all surprise video, did you?
No, not at all.
What did they say, though, after that day we came to class?
I feel like we just kind of moved on. We had some other stuff we had to get to shortly after you guys left. Mostly they were asking when they will see themselves on TV. That was the big question.
I that makes sense for 6th graders.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So you're on summer break now, officially. Congratulations. For a little background, though, I thought it was really interesting that you went to culinary school first. Tell me more about how you got into teaching.
I always enjoyed teaching, and so one of the organizations I help out in is 4-H. We're going to 4-H camp a week from Thursday, and with that, I knew that I liked working with like the older elementary age much more than the younger. But the kitchen was still my path, and my final semester in culinary school, the director told me, hey, we have this like teaching assistant opportunity. Would you like to give it a shot? I know you're interested in teaching at the high school level, like one of the career centers, Area 31, Central 9, J. Everett Light, something like that. And so I took it and decided that I like teaching a whole lot more. And immediately went ahead and put in for my transfer to IUPUI. And I still worked in kitchens all through my time at IUPUI, and I still work for a catering company now, still help some of my old mentors. I still help them occasionally with certain things. So I haven't left that world behind completely.
It's such an interesting, you just don't think of the two really going hand in hand.
No, not at all.
But you love them both. You said you really enjoyed that older elementary age student. How come?
Yeah, I like 4th, 5th, or 6th a little bit more than like the K1, 2, 3. And K1, they're sweet. But I just enjoy teaching the older kids because I feel like they're becoming their own person more. They're developing their own opinions and thoughts and interests compared to when they're younger and they're just kind of told what to like, or, they haven't done any exploration of their own interests. While the older kids, a lot of them have.
Every student said how much you really connect with them and that you're just really cool, relatable. How do you think that you reach them?
I don't know. I deleted TikTok, and I wasn't sure if that would hurt or help my connection with them.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm just asking them questions more. Instead of me just knowing what they're talking about, I'm asking them a lot to vocalize what they're seeing, what they're doing outside of school. So I think that giving them the platform rather than me just automatically knowing it, and not just with TikTok, but that's with everything.
Mm-hmm. What do you think you've learned from your students over the last few years?
Oh, I mean, how to be a teacher. My first year was really, really rough. So I just finished my third year. And that first year was a handful.
Well,
So
you would have been starting right in the pandemic, coming right. It was still the pandemic, but that time period, that had to be extra hard then.
Yeah, my student teaching was a little bit more different, I think, than my first year teaching. Our first semester, about halfway through, we were told we would take our masks off, but students still had to wear theirs. So managing students wearing masks, especially when they don't want to at the 6th grade age, and keeping their separation. Yeah, that is something I hope we never have to deal with again.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, it sounds like it was a hard year. You learned a lot. What kept you going? Because I think a lot of times we lose teachers after that first year. Pandemic aside, like the first year is hard.
Right. Sorry, what was the question?
How did you keep going and keep loving it, get through that first year?
Telling myself it would get better, and finding the silver linings and everything, because even now when I look back on that class, I smile, but it was, I didn't have many lunches. There were kids running all over the building. It was a tough time.
How would you encourage other teachers that maybe think their first year is a tough time to keep going and stick with it?
It does get better, but our vice principal always says that every day, every teacher, no matter what age, if you've been teaching 40, 45 years or 1 year, that you have just peaks and valleys. But as you teach, your peaks get a little bit less significant, and your valleys become less significant as well. So it becomes just more of a baseline most of the time. And I'd say that has become true.
Mm-hmm.
Although the peaks are still, they get, nothing is better than when a student finally gets it or achieves something they didn't think they could.
That's awesome. And you'd want it to be that right? Way right, where the peaks are still there and the valleys are disappearing. Your fiance is also a teacher, first grade teacher, right? Did you guys meet at the school?
Yep, we did.
How do you think that helps you as a teacher? The fact that you're both teachers kind of seems interesting, but probably helpful in a sense.
Yeah, when we come home, we always, we're not afraid of talking about our day or talking about school or bringing that home. But I think it's helpful for both of us to understand the students who we are dealing with. She's taught some of them, and I've seen some of hers in the building. So I think our support system is beneficial for our support system. Mm-hmm. But at school, the students think it's really, really cool. From what I've gathered, the students that have had her think it's really, really awesome that we're getting married in just a couple of months.
Oh, I love that. And congratulations to both of you. The students also just think you're really, really cool. Obviously, they brought up the dancing.
Yeah.
I know you said you didn't think you danced that much, but how do you think that kind of brings a little bit of levity into the classroom, especially as science can be a hard subject?
Yeah, well, so I was thinking about that, and the people that were reaching out to me about it before I watched the full video, and they said, "Oh, you're a real life Ted Lasso." And I was thinking it because, like I had told you, I felt like I hadn't danced that many times. It was probably 4 or 5 times all year. But I was thinking they may not have ever had a teacher that was willing to embarrass themselves and show them that. So even though it may not have been a lot for me, it may have been impactful for them. So that's just something I had to remember that I've thought the last couple of days.
It stuck with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think, what was it around Christmas time, the Masked Singer thing, that clearly stuck with them too, because they brought that up also. So,
yeah.
As you've journeyed into this career, and something that we couldn't fit in the story was when you said we need more teachers. What have you noticed? Because I know that there is a teacher shortage. And what do you think would be a solution to get more teachers?
I don't know if there's just one solution and everybody has different needs. Obviously, we can talk about the pay, but that has been talked about and will be talked about, and we don't need to waste our breath with it. I think understanding that the quality of life that I think teachers have, coming from somebody who was in a kitchen schedule, which was weekend, every holiday, every evening, and to have what I have as a teacher, where I get Monday through Friday from 7 to 3 and no weekends unless I volunteer for it, and then 14 weeks off a year between all the breaks. The quality of life, I think, it cannot be underrated or understated.
That's an interesting perspective coming from someone that does work holidays, weekends. I understand where you're framing that from, that it can be a conducive lifestyle, especially if you do have kids and whatnot one day. Also, yeah. I'm sure is hard, draining work. How do you balance that? Because you do other outside activities, right? You have running club and 4-H. Yeah,
running club and 4-H. Just maintaining that I have time for myself, maintaining that I have time for Emily and I, and then my family and my friends as well. Just sometimes it feels like I'm working hard to include things or have free time, but it's gotten easier as I've taught over the first couple of years. My first year, there wasn't a whole lot of that free time, but now there's plenty.
I think that probably comes with any career, right? Like the first few years are really, really hard in a adjustment period, but then you get a little bit, the stressors become less stressful and whatnot. Right. What would you hope that people take out of your story if they see it, or maybe if they're thinking about being a teacher?
If you're thinking about being a teacher, go be a substitute. And know that it is easier than being a substitute, because there's nothing, it is extremely difficult going into a classroom that you are unfamiliar with. They're unfamiliar with you. You have no automatic authority over them or anything. To go in there and manage for a day is a good taste of a bad day.
I can see that. That is such a great way to put it.
Yeah, I wish I had substitute taught. I never substitute taught before teaching. Probably would have been a little helpful in preparing me, but that's what I would say for somebody thinking about going. And there was a second part to that question.
Oh, just how do you hope that your story would inspire them as they venture into this career?
Oh, yeah. Be yourself and try to connect with who you are. And it's okay to embarrass yourself, and you can be the teacher that they think is kind of cool, but also be the strict one, be the one that's hard on them, be the one that holds them to high expectations. Will meet the expectation that you set in front of them.
That's great advice. You're teaching in the district you grew up in. Is that extra special for you?
Yeah, there's kind of a saying, Wayne hires Wayne. They love having alumni, and alumni enjoy coming back to our township. I just saw that the new strength and conditioning coach at the high school, which was a pretty big position, the guy has won countless awards, is being replaced by a student that graduated a year before me.
Oh, that's exciting.
Another example, like it, and I enjoy seeing other former classmates that I've had teach. There's quite a few.
Yeah, kind of seems like a family mentality there a little bit.
Yeah.
Is there anything else about your journey that you would want us to know, or your career as a teacher that you think is important?
Not that I can think of. I've just felt a whole lot of sort of imposter syndrome through this whole thing, because I think there are so many deserving teachers, not just at our school, all over the place, but especially including our school. There's so many, teachers that could have won this, who have done different or more or weirder things than I have. But I'm just very gracious for this whole thing.
Well, you deserve it. And obviously your principal wouldn't have nominated you if she didn't think that you deserved it. And you do. But if you think there are deserving people, While you were our last Golden Apple winner this school year, we'll do it again next year. So you can always nominate someone. So keep that in mind. It was so nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anna. Bye.
Congratulations, Mr. Edison. He and all our other winning teachers are in for one more fantastic celebration. Our Wish TV Golden Apple Award Grand Finale Special is on Wednesday, June 12th at 6:30 p.m. We are bringing in all 9 teachers to our new studio. We'll surprise one as the Grand Finale winner. So stay tuned. That's Wednesday, June 12th. From Wish TV, I'm Hannah Mordeau. We're going to continue honoring teachers in Central Indiana who go above and beyond to make a difference in children's lives. So, if you know a teacher who deserves recognition, well, it's summer, but you can nominate them for the Golden Apple Award next school year. It is so easy to do. Just send in a detailed nomination at wishtv.com/goldenapple and listen for the next winner right here on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
The Wish TV Golden Apple Awards podcast. Nominate a teacher and learn more at wishtv.com now. Be sure to follow and subscribe to this podcast and discover even more great podcasts now on the All Indiana Podcast Network at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.